welcome back to Geeking Out. I have Ronnie here with me, and say
Hello.
Ronnie. Yeah. And we are going to try something a little different. This is a ROM of Final Fantasy VI. However, it is completely randomized. So character palettes, abilities, magic, and anybody. I mean,
Character names.
Character names. Yeah. One time I did try this. Terra ended up as Umaro and was on auto battle the whole time.
She was the Berserker, basically.
Yeah,
She inherited Yumaro's natural ability, which is a Berserker. So we couldn't control her at all. She
so
attacked
bizarre.
everything.
But we're going to try again, and we're going to see what we get here. So thanks for coming along with us, and let's just watch this craziness. Alright, she has Edgar's color palette.
Nope, this is Realm and Gogo's color palette.
Oh, is it?
Kefka's
okay.
as well, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, light
okay.
semi-blonde hair, green and red.
Alright, let's see. Status. What is she? Yes!
She has Blitz. Okay, that's going to make a certain portion of the game super easy.
Yes, it will.
Unfortunately, her speed and magic power are both a little low, but it's actually the same case with Sabin. Sabin has about a natural magic power of 26, so she's still, Blitz is one of the best abilities in the game when it comes right down to it, so that's going to make her very useful.
I'll have to experiment with how to actually do those blitzes. I never was able to get them down in the original game, so.
Yeah. However, we've learned from speedrunners of Final Fantasy VI recently certain tricks that actually make it easier to do blitzes.
Right.
Oh, we ought to adjust our levels and do such things too. Preemptive attack.
Oh well. You've got a lot of the speedrunning strats in your mind, so I mean, we'll use them as we can. I'm no speedrunner. I'm a filthy casual, so.
Some of them are very useful though. Running away with your soldiers at this point and leaving Terra to collect all the experience on her own really helps to level her up early game. It's good to get up a certain amount of levels just because it makes the early game so much easier.
Right.
This is a battle you can skip in the speedrun. I always like to do it anyway because it is experience. You can't run away from these Lobos anyway, so just blast them with Bio Blast and be done.
As you say, her speed is pretty abysmal, so she might not even get close to first attack.
I think it's a little lower than her speed normally is. Terra isn't a very high speed character, but she's not a low speed either. There are only a couple characters who are markedly different in speed. So switch over to Terra and use Bio Blast and then run away. That's how you do the run with that. Okay, now hold run. Might not have enough run gathered up, but we'll see. Bio Blast is a long attack, thankfully. When running away in this game, there you go. Nice.
Yes.
Running away in this game, as long as you hold the run button, whether or not you're actually allowed to run, you build up a certain run meter.
Right.
And then if you're running and the run meter is full and you're allowed to run, it will then allow you to run.
Fun.
So have Terra Bio Blast the Lobo side, and then have the guys run away. Because the Lobo prevents you from running away, so you need to get rid of it. Once it's done, you can actually run away. Now just hold run. And this also gives us the swag Bio Blast too, if you use Bio Blast on the remaining guard. Oh yeah, then we need to set up a couple more things. Keep running. There we go. Okay.
There we go, okay. I'll just hit him with some. Oh, that's right, yeah.
It'll actually do the same thing here.
That's funny. Yeah.
Magitech armor is equipped with rear-firing weapons, yes?
Yes,
Bet you didn't know that?
It
Good
is
idea.
that
Stop.
awesome.
Okay, load up the menu. We want to adjust a few things here in config. Set it to battle speed 6. Battle speed in this game only affects enemies. You want fast message speed, though. You want message speed.
Sorry.
Whether you're casual or not, it's always better to do that. And you ought to go ahead and set it to memory, so then you can hold A to get through tool uses and such things. If we ever get tools at a useful period, we might not.
Right. Oh, sorry. New controller.
What has happened? Must defend the mines. The bow mammoths prevent you from running away, so you want Wedge and Vix to firebolt them. And then have Terra Bioblast after.
So, okay.
Now I gotta go ahead and load up Bioblast, and once she... Wait. Okay. Let her attack. And then, okay, once her Bioblast starts, then you can start running away. Okay,
there we go.
Now she won't be able to run away because she is attacking. This is about the only time in the game where, even casually, it's really good to do this, just because there's so much experience you can get exclusively for Terra.
Right.
Since Wedge and Vix are temporary characters who leave the party.
You got it in the Biz Edge.
Yep.
Did I see that right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The Biz Edge is used with the throw command. All items dropped by monsters are randomized.
Oh wow, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So sometimes there was one randomizer I did where the basic frogs, reach frogs that you often can grind on near Miranda in the World of Ruin, were dropping Genji armor.
Whoa!
So I had all the Genji armor I needed.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Sometimes you get things like that. Now Bioblast doesn't work on these guys, so...
Terra's almost dead, so I wanted to...
Yeah, I get to keep top field.
I wonder if this will work.
Oh, that'll probably work. Extra's great. I loved it in one of the sketch glitch runs. Oh, it didn't work. Too bad. It's a chance of working. It's guaranteed on people who vanish, except in this version. Randomizer fixes things like the vanish boom bug.
Darn it. See, I love that bug.
Yeah.
That was so easy. Some boss is like, oh wait, you're undead. Throw a phoenix down at you.
I love this randomizer for randomizing things, but it legitimately gets rid of pretty much everything in the game that's useful for speed running.
Right.
Any kind of bug that makes things go smoother or easier.
It was broke. Don't fix it.
Yeah, it was broke, so they fixed it. Are you sure you didn't need a save point tutorial?
No, I'm pretty sure I know how save points work. Is there a chest in this?
No, you can't go anywhere right now. They're too big to go into the tunnels. All we can do is go and say hi to the whelk.
Alright, here we go. Oh, nope. We will never hand over the escort.
Well, get them. Escargot time.
Nom nom nom. Pretty tasty stuff if done correctly.
Full day to skip through all the text.
Okay.
Go ahead and unload on it. There's weird speed text you can do to beat this guy quicker, but unless you're really practiced with them, they're difficult to do. Best thing is just do as much damage as possible while you can, and if you're lucky, you'll get off a couple of hits each. I think he's too slow to get off the second tech missile before he brews, but they can probably get off it. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's gonna make both hits.
That's alright.
In the previous randomizer we were first experimenting with, when Terra is Berserk, because she's Berserk, you can't control her, and all she does is attack, so it was really fun fighting the whelk, and just having it...
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Blasting the shell constantly.
Well, no, and the shell ran out of mana, so we're just kind of sitting here just hanging out.
It actually caused enough counterattacks in that battle that the shell ran out of mana to use Megavolt, even as a counterattack. It still costs mana to use counterattack spells in this
Positively
game.
ridiculous.
That's not a huge deal. And this tech missile should finish it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yep,
Yes.
There we go. Now let's see, normally he drops a potion, which is actually a lot more valuable than you think in early going, because it's a full restore for the first half of the game.
Yeah.
Or at least for the first part of the early game, casually. Ah, there's a potion. Nice.
Okay, cool.
That's actually rare.
That's 250
hit points, yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a full heal whenever needed for a while. Since we have Blitz instead of healing, there's a lot of stuff you don't realize just how useful they are until you've been playing a randomizer and you don't have access to those. Just the fact that, so these guys absorb thunder. Important to note. Having Terra around for healing is really useful, so you don't have to worry about healing items as much.
Right.
And then having Edgar and his auto crossbow early on makes a lot of easy early game battles a total breeze.
Oh yeah.
And when you don't have access to those in a randomizer, sometimes things that you kept playing casually, thought were simple, suddenly become a lot scarier.
Yeah, I suppose so. Alright. Jump through a cutscene here. Tri-Touch here is kind of reacting to Terra, and Terra kind of comes forward and...
Or whatever her name is.
We literally don't know
what her name is right now.
We're gonna assume it's not Terra because it can give us names from pretty much any Final Fantasy.
Yep, they created a pool of randomized names from characters from all 13 of the Final Fantasies that were around at the time. 15 hadn't yet come out.
Yeah.
But so including the Final Fantasy 3 DS remake, so Lunith, Arc, and Refia's names are in there. You have Final Fantasy 13 names through Final Fantasy 2.
Oh.
So.
It skipped the.
No.
No. We don't see that cutscene till later.
No, the cutscene's later. Now you need to get out of bed. Stop being lazy.
I don't want to be lazy. I'm tired. I was just, enslaved by the Empire, and I was fighting in a giant mech of Magitech armor, and she's tired, man. So mean. They're explaining that this slave crown was on her head and was keeping her, compliant and not, she didn't have any free will, so now let's see what her name is.
Yuna.
That's actually kind of cool. We'll go with that. She's no summoner, but hey, that's okay.
Well, it's just where she gets the Magicite, then she'll be a summoner.
Oh, here come the feds. The dogs found us out. My question is, why do these Imperial soldiers look like soldiers from Narsh?
They're not Imperial soldiers, they are soldiers from Narsh.
Oh. That's right. Okay,
yeah,
that makes actually more sense.
Because Terra or Yuna and her two
right, I know this
wings.
guy really wants me to run up to the door and leave, but I'm going to come up here and get this ether, so...
Not as good as an elixir, but
no,
oh well.
I would have liked to have the elixir, but that's okay.
Those are randomized too, of course.
Ugh.
Okay, now before,
Okay.
Yep, we need sprint shoes.
And all the way right, correct?
Yep.
Oh,
an epee.
That's actually really good this early. She's got a regal cutlass, but wow, 119.
That's nice. Okay, good.
And that's it, okay.
She actually has good starting equipment.
Yeah.
The way random equipment works in this game is that they throw everything in a pool, and then each weapon is randomly given a number of characters, a random number of characters who can equip that weapon, item, shield, whatever. And then after that's done, this all takes place when the thing is generated, so you don't see any of it. But that's just basically how the coding works. And then when each character is generated, the equipment that they can equip that is the weakest in each category is their default equipment. So Yuna actually has a mithril vest as well, which is pretty decent armor at this point of the game. That is the weakest armor she was randomly assigned to. So,
wow.
Yeah, I have seen crystal shields as the weakest shield somebody could equip.
That's incredible. That's like half.
That's end game.
Yeah.
Wow. It's shop end game, but it's the most powerful buyable shield.
Yeah.
And you literally got that on midway through the game, so that's powerful protection. Sprint shoes, yes.
Yeah.
But so yeah, these are Narsh soldiers who are attacking.
Okay.
Because
oh, geez.
probably all you have is pummel right now, left, right, left, which is not going to work because you took too long. Oh, it did work! Wow. I thought there was a time limit. I'd never waited that long before attempting it.
Never a time limit as far as I understand it. Ha! Block the wrench.
You can probably just attack these guys down though.
Yeah.
Since you don't.
I just want to see how it would work. Oh, jeez.
Oh, now you're attempting to do it.
See, I never play with it.
On memory tracer? I
I
always use memory because then you just hold down things like Bannon's health ability, which, by the way, Bannon is not randomized, so he will.
He'll have health.
Yep, okay, he will have health. Mastered a new blitz. Okay,
oh, wow, okay.
That's Aurabolt. We just picked up Aurabolt.
Which is supposed to be quarter circle left, I think.
Yep. But you can do down, left, left, or down, down, left. Because the Super Nintendo controller, or most games on the Super Nintendo controller, are not actually designed to recognize diagonals.
So down, left, left?
Yep.
Oh, that didn't work.
You might have tried to do it a bit too fast.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's what I found, is when I tried to do it faster, it tends to stop working.
There we go. This is probably one of my favorites. Kamehameha!
Yep.
Next to suplex, for obvious reasons of comedic value.
Oh, sadly we won't be able to suplex the train.
Aww.
Unless either Shadow, Cyan, or Sabin is a mimic.
That's true.
Because Gogo's mimic ability is also in the pool, and so you can get that.
Left?
Nothing
No,
left.
nothing.
That's an exit only.
Right. Ugh, so slow.
We did make it to level 6, which is one of the most important things to do early game. That means Locke comes in at level 8, and Edgar will come in at minimum level 9.
That'll be good.
Because of average party levels.
Alright, now Yuna is going to collapse here, and is going to be recalling her time in the Empire. Some memories here of the madman Kefka putting the slave crown on her head.
Again, it's only the 14 playable characters who are randomized in their name, abilities, and palettes. Characters like Kefka, Bannon, and others who are just out, Emperor Gastal, their names are not randomized, they don't have any random abilities or stats when they appear in battle, like Bannon, and they don't have randomized palettes, so they always look the same. That's fine. Even just the heroes being randomized is very unique. But yes, so because Terra and her two wingmen stormed into Narsh, they blew their way through it, and then once the Narsh shard had recovered, they tracked her to Arvis's house and wanted to take her and her Magitech armor and claim them as spoils of war, basically.
Yeah.
Since, you know, she did such damage to the town, storming through it, killing soldiers, dogs, and bow mammoths. Whatever those are.
You know a town means business when they start sending mammoths after you.
Yep. And so it's the town marshal we've got to defeat coming up ahead here. It's just about caught Yuna. But now Yuna's going to be rescued by some mysterious stranger. Who is this mysterious stranger? We're about to meet him.
We're about to find out. And what does he look like?
The albino!
The albino treasure hunter. No, sorry, thief. No, treasure hunter.
Treasure hunter. Treasure hunter, a trail-worn traveler, searching the world over for relics of the past.
His name is
Titus.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, it's a Final Fantasy X day.
We're gonna go with that.
Oh man.
Remember the last time we played this? Edgar ended up being Cecil, and Sabin was some other name, but I ended up naming him Golbez.
Scott. They picked Scott, who is a non-player character from Final Fantasy II. He is a guy you briefly meet at the beginning of the game on his deathbed, and he gives you his ring to give to the princess, who is his fiancée, and says, "I am passing on now," dies. Then you later go and meet his brother, Gordon. So he actually had a brother and a brother, but they were not the brother of each other, as the brains of the brothers.
Right. Alright, now we're going to see what palette the Moogles have, too, in this.
Yep, all the Moogles have the same palette. They all use the Mog Sprite. They just basically copied the Mog Sprite for the Moogles. And they also have randomized colors, which pretty much always comes out as either a blonde or the white if they're their natural color. Yep.
Hey, guys. They're a little dark.
Yep, they are. Their wings are dark this time.
They're Gothic Moogles.
They might have Cyan's color palette, I think. Shadow and Cyan.
We know how this runs, so we're not going to bother with the... Okay, let's see.
Now we also get to check out Mog's abilities and stats and name.
Okay.
Wrong one.
Yep. There we go. So his name is...
Titus. Go ahead and check his status. He has Sword Tech. He has very low vigor, but his speed and magic power are both good. He'll be strong later on. And he'll be okay in the early game because Sword Tech, Dispatch, most of the abilities take too long, but Dispatch is basically superior to Fight in every way, just for spamming. That's one of the reasons I like Memory as well. You can set it, go down to Sword Tech and then just hold it and have one person fight, one person Sword Tech, and just audio weight your battles usually.
That works. Okay.
Check out his equipment. Dirk, which is usual. Can he equip that Regal Cutlass?
Yes,
he can. Oh, he has a really low battle power, but at least that'll make it okay now.
That'll help.
He has the Mithril Shield as his weakest shield, too, so
Wow.
he's not bad for defense.
That's not too bad. Okay, let's try... Alright, there's...
Synapse.
Synapse. where the heck...
That's one of the Tantalus brothers from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
He has lore.
He's our lore.
He also has really
He's a magic.
bad magic power.
Oh, wow.
Check his, let's check what abilities he has.
Oh, sorry.
In skills. We can see what lores he has, and also if he actually has magic, which I don't think he does. They just have it listed because he has endpoints. Force Field. Wow.
That's a good one.
Force Field is a little bit powerful. Condemned isn't great, though. And he doesn't actually have magic, but his magic is unlocked because he has MP. And he has MP because he has lore.
And let's take a look at his equipment. Wow.
Pretty basic equipment overall. Mithril Blade is weaker than Heavy Shield. We can empty him though, yeah.
Yeah, I think
you can actually take all the equipment so we can sell it or put it to better use. Just hit empty and it gets rid of all of it.
Alright, well.
He's level 12.
Now let's
go back to Locke's party.
Yeah, alright.
Or, I'm sorry, Titus's party.
Titus's party.
And just head down. You can fight your way through everything. If you like.
I suppose I can. Sorry, that whole talk about sword tech, and what do? I forget.
That's good. He does a decent amount of damage with a Regal Cutlass. You're not supposed to have a Regal Cutlass at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it was like dirks and tiny weapons.
Yeah, he starts with the dirt.
Uh-huh.
What was that that dropped? That looks like something weird. Okay, scroll down to sword tech. And then hold A. Then you never have to worry about it again. One problem with it is it's random, but 172 damage is really high.
That's okay.
For this stage of the game, 172 damage is pretty incredible. Yeah, they actually do. These Moogles have horrible stats, but their weapons at this point in the game are extremely high.
I mean, one of them's got a huge claw, another one's got a Morning Star.
Yeah, I think it's and they are the equivalent of actual weapons that you would otherwise be using in the game at some points. Like, that's one of Sabin's later claws. That's another like mithril pipe.
Yeah.
One of them, the Morning Star, is probably one of the more powerful weapons of the time period. It's about a stage past the mithril weapons.
Right.
One of them has a boomerang, which is about the same thing, pretty high. Kumama's getting wrecked.
He is getting wrecked. Hey, there you go. Way to use that shield, buddy. Yeah, these are gothic Moogles. I can't say it any other way.
I don't think I've ever seen this palette on them before. It actually looks pretty cool.
Alright, here we go. Hello, Captain. Time to die.
Time to die, Captain.
My phone's blowing up. Moogle in my pocket is telling me I have mail.
That was very nice that he hit.
Our dinner is on the way.
Excellent.
Death, die! This is really cool. It's just, I've never seen this game quite like this. This is quite bizarre. Invis Edge.
Another Invis Edge.
Yep.
If only we had a thrower to use them.
Yeah,
I never bothered though. I never liked the Invis status for the most part. There are a few places where it's useful, but almost never for one character. About the only time you ever want to use it is with Phantom, because that does the whole party.
Right.
It's kind of not useful to have one person Invis. Unless you have, like, True Knight and keep the rest of them.
They get hit by magic, which is 100% hit rate, then they're uninvisible again. So.
Yep. Against physical bosses, of course, it can be useful to have it, but again, you know, you want the entire party Invis to that.
She's awake.
Hey, back with us now.
You sick?
I can't remember anything.
You have amnesia?
Kind of hard to remember the present, though, because it's happening when it goes, but whatever.
True. It's writing.
Yep.
It's a Japanese game translated to English.
By Ted Woolsey.
Yes, Ted Woolsey, who is a very overworked man in the 90s. We'll just, we'll pour one out for him, because he did a lot of work.
Okay, let's go check out our free items.
Alright. Please let me in, sir. I'm here to steal your stuff. After we take a drink. Alright. Don't need that save point. However, this box contains...
dried meat.
Wow. How awesome is that?
It's a decent healing item. 150 hit points of healing.
A tent.
So dried meat is nothing to sneeze at.
Well, then when we get Gao, or whatever his name is going to be later on, we'll actually have it on hand.
You actually don't need it. They turned that off in the randomizer because they don't want to make it guaranteed that you'll get it.
Right.
And because if dried meat was required, the game would be unfinishable if you didn't have access to it at that point.
That's true, because the shops are randomized too.
So Gao basically is treated when you first encounter him as if he'd been in your party the entire time. So you don't get to see the cutscene. He'll just appear and say, "Oh, I want to travel with you. I'm your friend Gao," or whatever his name will be.
Yep. Well, that was very underwhelming.
Yeah, no good items. We got the one good item from the epee, so these two are going to tear their way through stuff. At least. We're not underpowered that way. And we don't have to worry about Vargas. That's very good.
Yeah, that's... ugh. Man, that's just... ugh. Trying to play through that without having Blitz was just horrendous.
Painful, painful.
Alright, now, is it a bunny jumping out of a cabbage, or is it a giant cabbage eating a bunny?
It's a bunny sitting on cabbage.
Bunny sitting on a cabbage attacking you. Okay.
Yes. And so, somehow the cabbage travels with it.
And it has red eyes.
Yep. But it's not the most fearsome white rabbit I've faced in video games.
Nope.
And I mean literally, in video games. I have faced far more fierce white rabbits.
Okay. Let's go ahead and save right here. And we'll do a next one here shortly, guys. So, hope you enjoyed it.